going to start this video pretty much where I left off the previous video, so I'll put a link to that video in the description below. I am near the top of Palomar Mountain in the Cleveland National Forest in Southern California, and I just drove up to a manned fire lookout tower, one of 3 manned lookout towers in San Diego County. That was in the last video. Drove up there, and now I am driving back down the mountain, but I am driving down the opposite way that I came up. There are 2 ways to get up to the top of the mountain. I came up on North Palomar Mountain Road that goes up from one side of the mountain, and I'm going back down on the Palomar Divide Trail. Palomar Divide, the same as North Palomar Mountain Road, Palomar Divide is also 11 miles. It is rated 2 out of 10 on Onyx Off-Road. It descends, well, I'm going down because I'm starting at the top, so it descends from about 5,700 feet to around 3,000 feet, so about a 2,600 foot elevation change. And when I talked to the Forest Service worker, forest ranger at the top at the lookout station, he did say that the Palomar Divide Trail, the way I'm going back down, is generally better maintained than the trail I came up. So, but I will shoot some video on the way down so you can see what this side of the mountain is like. If you missed the last video, be sure to definitely check it out. And let's head back down this mountain and see what this trail is like. While we are up here at the top of Palomar Mountain, I'll give you a little bit of information about our drive cross country in our Wrangler. It was definitely not without incident. We left in mid-March, and both the Jeep and we were pulling our Tusca hitchhiker camper, both the Jeep and the hitchhiker were probably overloaded with more weight than they should be. We had originally planned, or initially planned, I should say, several months before, planned to make some stops while we're going cross country, which is why we wanted to take the hitchhiker with us. But then we decided as it came closer that we'd rather just get cross country as quick as we can, so we did drive straight through between 8 and 10 hour days cross country. We did go through parts of the south during a tornado outbreak in March while we were driving, I believe, through Texas. We also had the hot oil light came on for a little while, and that's done that before. Usually once we let the engine cool off, it goes back off. We check the oil. It was down about half a quart, but we were probably overheating things. As we got closer to California, our sway bar disconnect light decided to just go on and off intermittently. The sway bar itself was still connected at all times. It was just the indicator seemed to want to glitch out a little bit. Let's see, our power windows, this has been an ongoing issue for a while. Our power windows work intermittently, which is a little bit annoying. We were trying to drive cross country, and you like to open the windows every now and then, and our power windows just, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. When we got out here to California, our air conditioner stopped working, and that we got fixed. That needed a recharge, and we had that done. And then since we've been here, we got an engine light on the dashboard, an engine code for cylinder 4 misfire. So we had a cylinder 6 misfire about 6 months ago, and that ended up being the ignition coil, and we had changed that. So now we had a cylinder 4 misfire, and unfortunately that was something much more involved than just the ignition coil. So that was a major repair to the engine. I'm not going to go into details, but it was definitely a major repair. Saying all that to kind of give a little bit of indication on what our content is going to be like for the rest of this year. We are on a very tight budget. Fixing the Jeep was not cheap. Moving cross country was not cheap, and living in California definitely is not cheap. So if we're gonna have a theme for the rest of the year, it's going to be exploring trails that our Jeep can handle with its currently still has stock size tires, stock suspension. That would have been the next upgrade if we were going to do an upgrade on it, would have been tires and suspension, but we are going to hold off on that for now. So the theme for the rest of the year, probably not be very many projects. It'll probably be mostly exploring trails out here in the West that we can do with stock tires and stock suspension. There'll probably be also some camping videos or some campground tours possibly with our Tuska hitchhiker. But yeah, that's what you have to look forward to here on the channel. So especially now if you are on the West Coast, we will hopefully see you guys out on the trail. I am 3 or so miles down the trail from the top of Palomar Mountain, and there seems to be some kind of hiking area. I think there's a hiking trail over here. I am not sure. Back down in the clouds, by the way, at least in that direction. But there is a area here called Barker Valley in the Cleveland National Forest. There's some information on the side here. Extremely steep and rugged terrain, strenuous hiking conditions. I can definitely vouch for that. This is definitely coming down the way I'm going quite a lot of elevation here. See the clouds rolling in across the mountain there behind the Wrangler. But I just wanted to stop here on my way down and take a look around and see what this is all about. I am thinking if it was not in a cloud, there would be a pretty good view off of this side. Hey, you can see some actually down there in the valley. Not a bad view. Definitely would be a little better with clear skies. The trail that goes up this side of Palomar Mountain does seem at spots to be a little bit more maintained than the other trail that I took up in my previous video. This trail also does have a few more parking areas along the trail, and I believe some hiking trails. So there's actually another parking area that was a little bit further up the trail that I just passed, but I wanted to stop at this one, take a look at the view of the valley here, and just mention if you're thinking about doing this area and you're thinking about hiking in addition to off-roading, this side of the mountain does have more opportunities, it seems like, to do that. All right, if you were doing Palomar Divide Trail from the bottom, this is where you would start from. There is a dirt area just off of Route 79, and this is where the trail starts from the bottom side. The first mile or so is very well maintained gravel, and then there's about a 5-mile section that is actually paved. It is very rough pavement. It is deteriorated and completely gone at some points, but there's a paved section, and then the top half of the trail is very similar to the trail in my previous video going up the other side of the mountain. It's rocky and not as well maintained. So hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll see you out on the trail.